One thing is absolutely certain. Amy Coney Barrett will overrule Roe versus Wade, and once that happens, the nation will collapse.
Do you agree with Justice Scalia's view that Roe was wrongly decided?
It would be particularly, it would actually be wrong and a violation of the canons for me to do that as a sitting judge. So if I express a view on a precedent one way or another, whether I say I love it or I hate it, it signals to litigants that I might tilt one way or another in a pending case.
So on something that is really a major cause with major effect on over half of the population of this country, who are women, after all, it's distressing not to get a straight answer. I don't know if you'll answer this one either. Do you agree with Justice Scalia's view that Roe can and should be overturned by the Supreme Court?
Well, I think my answer is the same.
Well, that makes it difficult for me, and I think for other women also on this committee.
So in the end, everything, according to the left, is about abortion. Why is that? Why is it always about that? Matt Birk has thought a lot about this. He played professional football for a long time for the Vikings and then the Ravens. Went to Harvard, was Super Bowl champion, has 8 children, and he's a pro-life advocate. We're happy to have him on tonight. Matt Birk, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Tucker.
So, it does seem, even if you're for legal abortion, it does seem a little bit weird to spend this much energy on a topic that dark. What do you think that's about?
I think that abortion being legal in this country somehow legitimizes it to the pro-choice or pro-abortion crowd. And I think they're worried or nervous that if Roe versus Wade is overturned, then somehow their whole moral framework will be rattled.
I mean, having abortion at the center of your moral framework seems like a kind of a weird place to be, doesn't it?
It does to me. You know, I mean, I think you know, obviously this is a confirmation hearing for a Supreme Court justice, but the bigger conversation we should be having is, you know, is abortion right? It's well known that I'm a pro-life advocate, have been for a long time. Nobody has ever come up and asked me, why am I pro-life? It's pretty self-explanatory. If you're pro-choice or pro-abortion, that's where you have to do the explaining, and that's really where any argument, it falls apart, right? I mean, if you believe in God, then by definition, God is the originator and creator of all life, so abortion's wrong. And if you want to say that science is real, well, now science overwhelmingly states that life begins at conception. And so you get into these more petty arguments, or you talk about the legality of it as opposed to the bigger issue is really, is this right? We have to have some kind of moral compass in this country.
I've always been fascinated by your position on this, since you were a public figure for many years, played in the Super Bowl, you went to Harvard of all places. Like, what do people? But you've taken a position. The one position you're not allowed to take in your world is the one that you've taken. How have people treated you because of that?
Well, people have treated me very well. You know, I don't really believe in the online mob. It really doesn't affect me. That's just kind of how I'm wired. And over the years, I've had literally thousands of people come up to me and encourage me and thank me for taking a stand. I didn't go to the White House in 2013 after then President Obama became the first sitting president to address Planned Parenthood, and he said, "God bless Planned Parenthood." I've had so many people come up to me and thank me and encourage me for that, and I try to do the same. Nobody's ever confronted me about being pro-life, and so I think a lot of that is overblown. And it's the fear factor that the other side wants to use to try to keep us silent.
I also think it's the way you present, which is with sincerity and decency, and I think that's really disarming. I appreciate it. Matt Birk, thanks for coming on tonight.
Thank you, Tucker.